Have the Knicks won this series or have the Spurs lost this series? Let's talk about it now on King's Corner. Welcome to King's Corner. I'm your host, Christian King, and on today's episode, we're going to be discussing Game 4 of the NBA Finals. I hope all of you finished that game last night, start to finish. I know a lot of you probably turned it off at halftime. I mean, the Knicks were down 29 points, and there's a reason I have the intro as what it is. I just don't know how you can say anything but the Spurs have lost this series. The Spurs have had a double-digit lead in all 4 games, but have only won one. And honestly, they got lucky to win the one they won. Um, it's ridiculous what you're seeing, and what you're seeing is in the fourth quarter, the Knicks are the more confident, the better coached team. The Spurs don't know what to do. I mean, last night, all De'Aaron Fox had to do when he got that steal was just dribble around the clock, let the Knicks foul him, and he would have been perfect. The Spurs would have won the game, and everybody wouldn't be talking about De'Aaron Fox's mishap. We would have all been talking about Josh Hart's missed dunk that almost cost the Knicks the game. But it's not just De'Aaron Fox that cost the Knicks, the Spurs the game last night. Wembanyama missed 2 free throws. And, for being somebody that's 7'5", who prides himself on being a very reliable shooter, he wasn't very reliable down the stretch last night. He only had one crucial bucket in the fourth quarter. And honestly, his defense wasn't as great in the fourth quarter. Brunson had one of the biggest shots of the game on Wemby. And I know a lot of you are probably coming into this saying, oh, well, after last night, you got to give OG Anunoby the MVP of the finals. I'd want you to hold your brakes. Jalen Brunson's averaging 30. He I know his efficiency hasn't been the greatest, but when the Knicks have needed him most, he shows up. And I know he missed the game winner last night, and OG tipped it in, but he was this close, and he's had crucial shots in all 4 games. It's been phenomenal to watch, and honestly, for a series that's 3-1, this feels like a very close game, and it's very different than the series I thought. I told you guys I had Knicks in 5 or Knicks in 6, but I didn't think it'd be like this. I thought the Knicks would dominate after game 1. And they've been lucky to win 3 games, but I can't even say they've been lucky because they've won. And the Spurs just keep losing these games. It's like the Spurs, once it gets to the final 3 minutes, they get very tight and they don't know what to do. I mean, Mitch Johnson looks a lot like Glenn Rivers out there. Some of you know him as Doc Rivers. I will never refer to him as Doc Rivers after going to Philly. That is Glenn Rivers. But the Spurs, down the stretch, they just don't know what they're doing. The Knicks look confident. I mean, the Knicks were down 29, and a lot of people were ready to say the game was over. But the Knicks the last 2 years have been they've had amazing comebacks. They had comebacks over Boston. They had comebacks this year over the Cavs, Sixers, 3 this series. But it's not even just the Knicks being great at comebacks. The Spurs have now blown 5 leads this postseason, which is tied for the most in NBA postseason history. There's a lot the Spurs need to work on. And honestly, I saw a comparison for the Spurs that fit perfectly to me. They're the 2012 Thunder all over again. Wembanyama's your Kevin Durant. Stephon Castle's your Russell Westbrook, and Dylan Harper's your James Harden. At some point, you're going to have to choose which 2 you're going to keep, because in today's cap space market, you can't have 3 big stars and be able to build a contender. You can only have 2 and then build a smart team around them. God, do I love basketball right now. I mean, a lot of people want to say that the NBA playoffs isn't entertaining, but I don't know how you can turn that game off last night and just not think about how amazing it was. I mean, every part of that game it was amazing. The atmosphere, the buckets, the stops. And look, last night was the first. Once it got to the fourth quarter, it's like the refs finally called an even game. And when it was called an even game, the Knicks were the better team by a mile. And I'll tell you this: if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm crushed. That just ended your season. Game 5, it's not going to be a close game. Game 5 is going to be a blowout. The Knicks have been like this all year. When they get to a closeout game, they've been the best team in basketball, and I don't see that changing. I don't know how you can come out Game 5. Like, you'll hear Wemby, Fox, all these players speak, and they'll come out and they'll go, oh, yeah, we're all in. We still believe. We still believe. You can say that all you want. You just blew a 29-point lead, the biggest lead in NBA history in the finals, and you lost. You lost. I mean, they're the first team in NBA history to score 76 points and don't score at least 40 in the second half. I mean, what a phenomenal, phenomenal game that was last night. I hope you all watched it. I hope you all enjoyed it. I, for one, cannot wait till Saturday night to watch Game 5 of the finals. I mean, it's been an amazing series for the NBA. The NBA has had a great postseason, especially the last 2 years. And then this one, I mean, the NBA is loving life right now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Please like, please subscribe. And until next time, King's Corner.